UFC Fight Night in France is officially over, and your winner by unanimous decision, Nassourdine Imavov, defeats Caio Borralho. This was a beautiful performance by Nassourdine Imavov. He did exactly what he needed to do. This was an all-around one-sided fight. I thought we were going to see more grappling from Caio Borralho. I thought he was going to do a better job in the grappling department. But this was just a striking affair the entire time. Nassourdine Imavov defended every single takedown and pretty much just controlled the octagon. He had cleaner shots, landed more damaging combinations, and did what he needed to do to win. I still feel like we didn't see enough from Nassourdine Imavov where we could determine if he has the tools to beat Khamzat Chimaev. But nonetheless, he looked fantastic. His striking is just getting better. The one thing that I really liked from Imavov was that he wasn't just playing in his striking department. He didn't just throw a 1-2 leg kick, but he was throwing different striking combinations. Every time he would slip on the inside or outside, he's throwing a hook with it. He would throw spinning back fists, elbows up the middle, the teep, the rear front kick. He was throwing so much that it was making Borralho second guess himself. The one thing that I did not like from Borralho was that he was telegraphing every single takedown, and I think this is why Nassourdine Imavov was 5 for 5 on defense. Borralho would literally have this like Philly shell offense and then just go for a double or a single leg just wide open without setting anything up, without throwing a punch then shooting, or without feinting a takedown and then going, or maybe shooting for a takedown and then throwing an overhand right with it. He wasn't doing any of those things. And that was the one thing that was really making me mad, because in my head I'm thinking, Borralho has, pretty good grappling, but his transition from the striking to the grappling department when he's going for a takedown or clinching up with someone, it's very sloppy. There was multiple times where Imavov easily got double underhooks on Borralho and is just holding him up against the cage. And I'm thinking, how did I think Borralho was this good in the grappling department, but yet he can't simply, at least try and get a hook back or, set up a takedown? But the story of this fight, the story of Caio Borralho versus Nassourdine Imavov, was the striking department. Imavov mixed up his striking arsenal, landing jabs, step-in elbows, strong combinations, body shots, and even a spinning back fist in the second round. And then in the fourth and fifth round, he was ramping up his volume. It was a little sketchy where Imavov was doing this John Jones thing where he's keeping his fingers out. And I'm like, yeah, no wonder Borralho has this like Philly shell defense and he's trying to like counter everything, because Imavov's fingers are literally in his face to keep range, Overall, this was a clean performance by Imavov. He had a beautiful striking performance. Like literally, he did exactly what he needed to do. Jabs, elbows, spinning back fists, body shots. He had great octagon positioning against Borralho. He wasn't letting him cut angles or get in the inside. And that's why Borralho had this hard time, trying to land anything. And when he did land anything, he would have to step in, throw the overhand right. And that's when, of course, fingers to the face or like the groin shot from Imavov to Borralho. But other than that, though, Imavov did exactly what he needed to do. No takedowns allowed, strong output, landing what he needed to do, and his combinations were really clean. It still feels like maybe it's because this is the middleweight division, or maybe it's because, there's like a stalemate of just the fighting, I guess, in the UFC. But there was multiple moments where both fighters didn't throw anything. There was no output, and they're just standing in front of each other, and like nothing's happening. Right? Like very few seconds, right? Maybe like 5 to 10 seconds where nothing is happening. But it's just like in my head, I'm thinking, if this was Alex Volkanovski or if this was Ilia Topuria or whoever, they're at least like feinting or constantly moving, circling. There was quite literally multiple moments in the fight where they're just standing there. Borralho's doing this Philly shell defense, and Nassourdine Imavov is just doing this. And I'm thinking, why isn't anybody just moving? Just move. Like constantly get on like the outside or the inside of someone's foot positioning and just give them a different look. Don't just stand there waiting for something. And I think that's why Borralho lost this fight. There was moments where Borralho looked really good, especially when it was like the inside quarter boxing. I thought Borralho looked really good, but one thing Borralho does so much, and it's irritating, especially when he is ranked in the top 10 in the middleweight division, every time Imavov would throw a 1-2 down the middle and he's overextending, instead of Borralho like slipping on the inside and throwing something or even just circling out, he would literally just lean his head back and then throw a 2 down the middle. And then Imavov would literally just slip and then throw a hook on the outside. It's like, and Borralho did this multiple times during the fight. So it was a little aggravating where I'm like, dude, how are you in the top 10 and you're not like slipping any punches like this? And then when he would slip a punch, he would overdo the slip. Instead of just slipping like inside and then going back, he would overslip. And then by the time he's coming back, Imavov is already circling where it's like, you're not even in reach now, you know? Overall, the main event was a good fight. I think you got to give Imavov the title shot against Khamzat Chimaev. I don't know if he can beat Khamzat Chimaev. I still think the grappling discrepancy between Khamzat Chimaev and the rest of the middleweight division is so big. Like, maybe nobody's going to be able to stop the takedown defense. But, you know, if Imavov has the power that he does, I mean, he was landing clean shots on Borralho. He knocked out Israel Adesanya. He did beat up Brendan Allen on the feet a little bit. Maybe he can, you know, have some damage, put some damage on Khamzat Chimaev. You know, but Imavov is very tall. He's a tall fighter. I think he's 6'3", 6'4". He overextends a lot of times. I do think he is like a second late on the defensive grappling. And because Borralho was telegraphing his shots so much, Imavov, you know, could get the double underhooks. But if it's Khamzat Chimaev, and he's way quicker than Borralho, like I don't know if Imavov has the time, the reaction time to really defend anything because he is so slow. But the main point of the main event, Borralho was telegraphing every single takedown. He was leaving his chin open, and he wasn't clean in the entering or exiting and the striking. It was just like Imavov would throw a punch, so then Borralho would throw one back instead of anybody setting anything up. Like, there's no like reason to throw these punches. Borralho, it just seemed like he was just reacting to everything. I think that's why he lost. For Imavov, you know, he did exactly what he needed to do. And when you're fighting someone like Khamzat Chimaev, I would like to see more setups from Imavov. I would like to see more feinting. I would like to see more lower calf kicks, you know, try and eat up someone's leg and then attack upwards, you know, maybe feint. How Islam knocked out Volkanovski. Islam would throw constant body kicks and then he went up high. So Volkanovski's natural reaction was to go low. The kick went up high, knocked him out. I would like to see the same thing from Imavov. Start setting things up low because he has the long limbs to do so. Throw in long leg kicks and then set it up high rather than throw a leg kick and then a 1-2 and then go back to a leg kick. Fighting someone like Khamzat Chimaev is going to be very interesting. I think Imavov deserves it next. Without a doubt, I think Imavov is the clear number one contender. I still would like to see how Fluffy and RDR turns out. I think RDR beats Fluffy just from their styles, just from the matchups, but it would be very interesting. I still think Imavov is probably deserving, even if RDR beats Fluffy, because RDR is coming off that win against Robert Whittaker. He beat Bo Nickel. You know, he's got good wins. But when you look at on paper who has better wins, Imavov, you know, just coming off that win against Caio Borralho, then Israel Adesanya, and then before that Brendan Allen, he's got better wins than RDR. Great matchup. I still think Khamzat Chimaev will probably beat Imavov. I think he probably beats Fluffy. I don't know about RDR. RDR is still my dark horse in the division, but we don't know though. RDR could look like shit against Fluffy and Fluffy be the guy that no one expected and he's like the next champion. Like a Michael Bisping story where no one thought he was going to win and then he ends up winning. Now, for the co-main event, the fight that everybody is ready for me to talk about because I got so much slander because I was shit-talking Benoit Saint-Denis the entire time in the video that I made. So, Benoit Saint-Denis defeats Mauricio Ruffy, second round, rear naked choke win. This was pretty humiliating from Mauricio Ruffy, I will say. Listen, Benoit Saint-Denis, he looked good. He had very good grappling, I would say. And I want to make a point too. In my video, I said we don't know what Mauricio Ruffy's defense, grappling defense looks like. Benoit Saint-Denis could go in there and just out-grapple Mauricio Ruffy. But I think Mauricio Ruffy has the grappling to at least beat Benoit Saint-Denis. Let me tell you something. I was so wrong about Ruffy's takedown defense. There was multiple times in the fight, first round and second round, where Benoit Saint-Denis is so high up, he ends up on bottom position. Mauricio Ruffy is on top. this is a real exchange that happened, okay? Benoit Saint-Denis goes for a takedown on Huffy, can't take him down. He gets the double underhooks, and then he takes him down, right? He's on top of him. He's in mount. BSD in the first round at 3 minutes and 40 seconds or something. He's in mount on Huffy, and he's almost about to get like a head arm choke. Huffy gets out of it. He goes to his knees. Benoit Saint-Denis is on the back of Huffy. He is too high up and falls down. And Mauricio Ruffy is in the guard of Benoit Saint-Denis. In the first round, Mauricio Ruffy stands up. He stands up. This killed me. It takes, when you're in a bottom position, for those who don't know, in grappling, in jiu-jitsu, when someone is in your mount and you're able to get out of that, or go to your knees and someone makes a mistake and you're able to get on top of them when you're in the advancing positive position, you do not just give that up by standing up and trying to strike with your opponent. You do not do that. I don't give a crap if Benoit Saint-Denis has an arm and, he might be threatening something. You don't just stand up. You fight that arm off, and then you're still in a dominant position. No matter what, a top position, whoever is on top, is more dominant than the someone on bottom, because you can land elbows, you can land punches, you can easily get up. When you're on the bottom position, you can't just get up because someone's holding you down. Mauricio Ruffy did that twice in the first and second round. Benoit Saint-Denis on the feet was pretty much just looking for the opportunity to go for the level change, take down Mauricio Ruffy, which he did multiple times. He landed 3 of 10 takedowns. And, pretty much all of Benoit Saint-Denis' strikes landed on the ground. There was a couple times where Ruffy did have some good exchanges, but he landed only 6 total strikes because he was looking for the flashy knockout, which ended up being the reason why he lost. He kept on looking for something. There was multiple moments where Ruffy could have thrown, a jab just to keep Benoit away and throw a 1-2, maybe feint a little bit, but Ruffy kept on going. He went for the jump knee, the knee up the middle. He was looking for the explosive left hook, no look again. There was multiple times where Ruffy was just looking for the flashy knockout. That's when Benoit Saint-Denis literally just feinted a punch and then dropped down, level change, got the takedown against Ruffy. In the second round, same thing happens again. Ruffy ends up in BSD's guard and half guard. In the second round, he ends up in half guard and he stands up. 2 times this happened where Ruffy is in a dominant position. He is on top of BSD. He can land punches down, throw elbows. And Benoit Saint-Denis in the second round was like threatening a double armbar, which is essentially when someone is in guard and is in your guard. Let's say I'm in the bottom position. Someone's in my guard. I'm on bottom. I pretty much catch both arms where the elbow meets, right? I catch both arms and I throw my legs up over the shoulders, right? And you go for a double armbar. Pretty much BSD was threatening that. There was no threat, really. He just threw his legs up and tried to catch the arms. And Ruffy literally stands up. It's like, bro, all you have to do is literally catch an arm or catch a leg, throw it down. You could end up in side control and then throw elbows or even go to the back right there. You know how easy it would have been to catch the leg? You weed the leg through, go to side control, and then just take the back from there? But Mauricio Ruffy, I think he was so scared of his grappling against BSD, which I don't know why. Because it's not like BSD looked amazing in the grappling department. I think Ruffy was just so scared of getting submitted, which he ended up getting in the second round, that he just didn't want no part of it. In the first round and second round, there was a couple of mistakes that BSD had where you could have easily, if you were a jiu-jitsu guy or a lot better, you could have won in those positions. Like BSD in the first round, he was too high up on the back and he fell over. At that moment, that's when you can advance in jiu-jitsu, right? And the second round, BSD, he's on bottom position. He's going for a double armbar. He can't get it because Ruffy stands up. It's like, don't just let him stand up. Towards the end, BSD ended up taking Ruffy down, gets the rear naked choke. Ruffy taps. And yeah, that was it. That was literally the story of the fight. I'm not going to say that, oh my God, BSD is different. I know Lucas Tracy's going to be like, oh my God, he's the next guy. He can beat anybody in the division. I honestly still think this was a good win by BSD. He tapped Ruffy. And I'm not just hating because I picked Ruffy to win. I still just don't see BSD being a top 5, top 10 guy. There was a lot of mistakes. This is a good win by him. But I would like to see like another win around this area, like especially in the grappling department now, where I can change my mind. Again, I still feel like BSD is a berserker. This is a good win by him. I don't want to keep trashing him. This is a good win. Ruffy made a lot of mistakes, but you know what? That's how you win a fight. You know, Imavov capitalized on Borralho making mistakes, and he won. BSD did the same thing against Ruffy. However, I think BSD, I don't think he needs a top 15 opponent just yet. Maybe another person on right there on that line. But yeah, I think this was a good performance by BSD. I'll leave it as that. For Mauricio Ruffy, he needs to work on his grappling. Like, my goodness, if you're that scared to get in someone's guard and land punches, then you're in the guard, which is easily like one of the safest positions to be in jiu-jitsu. Like, when you're in someone's guard, there's a lot of defense. You can do a lot of things to defend, arm bars, triangles, all that. And he was just so scared to even throw a punch. Maybe because he thought Benoit Saint-Denis was going to catch an arm and go for an arm bar, or maybe like hold his head down and go for a triangle real quick. But Ruffy looked good in the defense in their first round, so I don't know why he was so scared to just stand up, you know? Overall, good performance by BSD. I'd like to see him fight another person before he gets a ranked fight. I don't think he's ever going to be a champion. Maybe he changes my mind. He's only 29 years old, I think. I could check that real quick. Yeah, he's 29 years old. So, I mean, there's obviously time for him to, like, get better, but I don't think he does. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That was UFC Fight Night, Imavov versus Borralho. I hope you enjoyed. I will be coming out with a video very soon on Diego Lopes versus Gene Silva with how the Brazilians been looking in the main event. I might be choosing Diego Lopes to win. I don't know. I'm going to do some fight footage, watch it, let y'all know. Be sure to like, comment what y'all thought about the fight night, and subscribe. Please subscribe. We are so close to getting more views, and I appreciate everybody's help. I love the hate. I love the love. Just subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.